Hello and welcome back to Business Focus, your weekly business and economic analysis program. So we're back in studio from just talking about fuel and safety standards. Our guest was Johnny Blagoji, who's the chairman of the board of governors of the Association of Oil Marketing Companies. My guests in the studio, they are the brains behind Modern Men Grooming SPA. This gentleman virtually started this business and they've been operating for the past 2 years now. Let me introduce them to you. Wisdom Jochi and Daniel Kessie. Great. Good to have you guys on the program. Happy New Year to you.
Many thanks.
I'll start with you, Mr. Kessie. So, Modern Men Grooming and SPA, what do you do?
We actually deal with the whole grooming of men and women as well.
Men and women?
Yeah,
okay.
But the name is Modern Men. It's not restricted just for the women and just for the men, but for the women as well. We deal with the haircut, and after the haircut we have the hair rings as well. We have the facials and the warm towel massage. It all comes together.
Okay, so you came up with this fantastic idea before inviting your brother Wisdom to join you to co-manage this firm. Where did the idea come from?
Actually, you know, back in the days we were just used to the comb and blade kind of stuff. I think barbering used to be a hassle. You know, when you're schooling and you don't have anything to do, people decide to just fix a little joint somewhere and start with a craft and all that. But I thought people should start paying attention to it and take it very seriously, because it deals with health as well. So we came up with this idea of modern men, grooming men, not just about just the haircut and that's it, but this is a whole grooming package that's gonna make you feel good after.
If I may ask, how old are you?
I'm 27.
27 years. And what's your background in education?
I was at Kofi Tech. I read BT, Building Technology.
Building Technology.
And I had my HND at Accra Polytechnic.
Okay, so you're doing nothing close to that.
I'm currently working at Highways, Ghana Highways Authority. Yeah.
Okay, so let me speak to your co-founder, Wisdom. Wisdom, why did you decide to join him?
Okay, looking at our economy and all the interesting shuffles, so like just then I would say it's, you know, on that downward spiral, and we believe as youth, we like to see people do things on their own rather than fall prey to this cage we call employment or unemployment. And so I probably would have said, like he started earlier, I probably would have said grooming or barbering, like most of them will say, is just anything like just putting blade and comb together. But I realize it goes beyond that. We realize grooming is not just the haircut, but to a large extent, if people would even take it serious by even your looks. And so we realized that we took a survey around the Hacho, Madina area, and then we realized what we wanted to do, it's not there. And so we're like, what can we do? Can we add to the haircut that will make us different? And so we realized that how cool would it be if after your haircut we couple it with shoulder and neck massage, hair rings, after which we give you a facials. All those things are complimentary. You just pay for the regular haircut.
So how many outlets do you have?
For now, we're just operating at Hacho.
At Hacho. Mr. Kessie,
Yes.
how much do you need to start this?
We're talking about roughly, let's say 60,000.
Come again?
60,000 Ghana cedis.
60,000 Ghana cedis.
Yeah.
You invested 60,000 cedis in this.
Yeah.
2 years ago.
Yeah.
Does that include the office space?
Actually, no. I would say that includes just the materials for now.
Just the material. So
Yeah,
you got
the
all
little
the
things.
groom stuff,
Yeah.
and you did all the painting,
Yeah.
the setup.
The setup and everything.
Are you renting?
Yes.
So that's a different cost from the
Yeah.
60,000.
Yeah.
So your initial capital went what, above
Yeah.
100,000?
Yeah.
So where do you get the money from? Young 27-year-old boy, where do you get the money from?
Okay, you can take that.
Okay, like he said earlier, we've known each other a little over a decade now. We're mates in high school, Koforia Secondary Technical School, and so we've not left that area. We are into construction. That's our main forte, and so doing that, we believe it's good to have different streams of income, and so we started with the construction, and then we directed our incomes there. So it was his idea later on, which he brought me on board, and so that is how.
So the entire startup capital was self-financed.
Yeah.
You didn't borrow?
No.
Nobody decided to invest in your business?
No.
From the onset, no. Yes.
Really?
Yes.
Okay. So this was started 2 years ago. 2 years ago. Where are you located?
Hacho.
Hacho.
Yes. From the on the atomic Hacho stretch, from the atomic interchange heading towards the domain. So you locate the Hacho Total, and a few minutes after the Hacho Total, there is a Puma filling station on your right, and then we are directly opposite.
Men grooming is relatively a new area in Ghana. What are the prospects in the field?
By prospects, you mean?
Yeah.
You mean?
What's the future of men's grooming?
Okay. For men, we believe our hair is our best accessory, and day in day out, people work into grooming shops, and then they to look good, and so we believe now that we've introduced stuff like hair rinse, shoulder massage, facials. Initially, when we started, after a regular haircut, when you ask customers working and you ask them to go for the facials, they'd be like, "Why do I need the facials?" Meanwhile, it's a whole package. But so gradually, they are embracing what we are bringing on board, and so for now, there are some loopholes, and so management is looking into that and then seeing what we can do.
Management being the two of you. You constitute management.
Yeah.
Yes.
How many workers do you have?
5.
5 workers.
Yeah.
And how do you get them?
We actually run a survey sometimes. People write an application because we have a Facebook page as well. So sometimes you have applications coming in from other directions. Sometimes you screen them and we see if they are good or not. Then we put them on board.
Okay. So on a daily basis, how many people walk into your office space?
On a regular day, I would say about 20.
About 20?
Yeah, and on the busy days, sometimes it's really packed.
And you have good bookkeeping records?
Yes, we do.
Who does the accounting?
Because we juggle the grooming with our construction. We have one guy who does that, but at the end of the day, if we are not able to stay put throughout, at the end of the day, we come and then we do the accounts together.
Tell me, what are your challenges in running this business?
Okay, initially when we started, the problem was with staff turnout. You start and then the workers, because most of them were far-flung, and so they come, and a couple of weeks later they start telling you, please, I'm getting home late, and then with the remuneration he or she is getting, the TNT is, so let's just think taking everything, and so we were disappointed at a point in time, and then my boss had to let us close down the place, and then actually, put things in order. And so he came up with the suggestion that we rent for them, cater for the accommodation, and then by so doing we can keep an eye on them. So if we rent for them and then we are providing accommodation and there's still that challenge.
So you've rented for them?
Yes.
Is this profitable?
Actually, it is, because now you have stable workers, and you go on agreement with them. Others wouldn't buy the idea, but others find it to be okay because the distance now from house to the place is pretty close, so it helps a lot.
You pay them well?
I do.
It pays the bills for them, we would say.
They're excited.
Yeah, they are. So
So-
far,
so-
I think they like the idea.
So what's the future of your business? Where should we expect to see you in the next 5 years?
Okay, so same way we came about Modern Men Grooming, we believe there are other potentialities that are within. We've done, not on a professional basis, but we've done something like social media marketing for some reputable establishments. And then now we are even looking at going to the area of hospitality and food. At the right time, we'll disclose it to the public. But
Okay, so finally, you young guys who are trying to make a living for yourselves and also to try and reduce the rate of unemployment in society. If you got an investor, who wanted to invest in your business, and you had the opportunity to pitch to him, what would you ask of him?
Actually, I would, let's say now we have just one branch, and probably, distance is really a major problem. So if we have other branches, I think that would be another great step for us, because you have others driving in from Spintex and Tema coming all the way. They usually complain, why wouldn't you have another branch over there? There's another good location and all that. So if we have investors, we would rather love that we have the power to spread our wings all over the country, and if not just Ghana, probably outside the country.
And how much would you need for that?
That would depend on the location and as well the space that we are going to get this time, the number of workers. I think that would
You
have
haven't
to
costed, you know how much you need to
would have
expand
to-
your business?
we would have to probably go into discussion with who will be coming to board.
Thanks, Daniel. Thanks, Wisdom, for your time. Good to have you guys in studio. Daniel and Wisdom are co-founders of Modern Men Grooming and SPA. They've been our guests on the show tonight. They've been our movers for tonight's segment. Thank you very much for watching.